in your hands to make the change that you want to see. I have every confidence that you will do so. That in election day, on election day, you will make sure you act in your best interest, in the best interest of your family, in the best interest of your community and of your parish and of Jamaica, and bring home these four wonderful comrades to represent you, to walk up New Street with me and sit down in the parliament beside me, where we will be forming the next government of Jamaica. And comrades, we're not seeking power for power's sake. Power will never drunk me, come in a rundown power. Power is a tool to uplift the people of this country, and it must be in the hands of somebody who can be trusted to use it responsibly, not to abuse the right, not to rip off the people. That is why, comrades, we have got to be standing up for the people in so many ways. We've got to stand up to prevent the abuse of states of emergency when they were using it like confetti and detaining thousands of youths and putting their life through hell and making them lose their work and criminalizing them in many instances. I would say no, that is not the purpose of the state of emergency. It is in the Constitution to protect the state from being subverted in a crisis. It is not a new form of curfew or a new policing tool. And we took them to court and we stood up in parliament and stopped it from being and void, illegal, and unconstitutional. And comrades, as the General Secretary has said, as Minister of Justice, I saw the ganja issue as a human rights issue and as an economic rights issue. A human rights issue, because from I was a youth, I know and I have seen so many policeman can't do that to you again. And the economic rights was the other part of it. Because we said ganja should be uplifting the people, the small farmers who build the industry and help to build the brand of Jamaica around ganja, which is an internationally respected brand. And so we created a regime for medicinal and therapeutic ganja with the man, the little small man, the little small farmer, very much in the center of our consciousness. And then we lose the 2016 election and the Labour right took it over. And they don't believe in it and they don't understand it. And the thing has been a complete waste of an opportunity. But when the next People's National Party government is formed, it will be a new day for ganja farmers in Jamaica. Because we intend to complete our mission of liberation and upliftment and using ganja to the benefit of the whole world. Comrades, our platform is built on addressing the real issues affecting the Jamaican people. We realize that our educational advancement is being undermined because so many of our children are not attending school 5 days a week. They're not attending school because their parents struggle with the lunch money or their parents struggle with the cost of transportation. And that is why we have the ease and we have the rise. The ease is to say every needy child under the People's National Party government. We're going to spend $9 billion a year more to make that happen. And most of that money will be spent with our farmers, because it's our farmers who are going to produce the food to feed our children in this country, and they can learn. And we have the right program because we recognize that the cost and availability of transportation is a real hindrance to many, many parents. And for those who have 20,000 families that are going to benefit from our RIDE program when we roll it out. $500 per day, $2,500 per week, $10,000 per month for that family to help cover the cost of transportation. So yes, we want a bus system, we want safe buses, we want reliable buses, but buses alone can't do it because we know the terrain of Jamaica, where it's up and down, no bad road. So we have to have a proper plan that can reach each and every one. And that is what the PNP plan will do. Because we want to make Jamaica move forward. And all our children must have the opportunity. That's why we come with the First in Family program. We realize that education is the best antidote to poverty. And we don't want to see a situation where a family hands down poverty from one generation to the next. It's been going on for too long in this country. So we have the First in Family program. We're under the next PNP government. If you are the first person in your family ever to be attending university or college, the PNP government will give you a full scholarship to uplift you so you can pay forward and uplift your brothers and sisters and your family members and take them out of poverty too. And when it comes to the student loan bureau, we're going to cap of what you and if you're not, it's like a time when you're not working, we're going to suspend the obligation to pay so your credit record don't get spoiled up. We are thinking about the students in this country and young people, and we want to make it safe and attractive for them to invest in their own education, and the Student Loan Bureau will be reformed to achieve that. When it comes to housing, Floyd Morris tell you about our plans. We intend to build 50,000 houses in 5 years, affordable houses, using public lands that are not suitable for agriculture. At least 500 houses in every constituency. And when we build those houses, we're going to make sure they come to us at an affordable price, because we're not going to charge you no money for the land value at all. So when you buy the house, you're getting a value above what you're paying of $2 to $3 or even $4 million. That is what the PNP government will do to uplift the people of this country in housing. And we have the rent-to-own scheme. We have the rent-to-own plan, because we recognize that so many of our people are informally employed and they don't have a pay slip every fortnight or every month to prove their income. There could be a farmer, a taxi driver, a hairdresser, a cosmetologist, a small shop owner. They want to get access to a loan to buy their house or to improve their home. But right now they can't prove their income, so they're not eligible for the loan. We have the rent to own. You can go into one of those affordable houses as a tenant and you pay the rent, which will be equal to what the mortgage would be. And after a few months, I think 6 months is appropriate. We'll say, you have made your 6 months of payments. You have proved yourself. You don't need to have no pay slip. Musicians and players of instruments, singers and songwriters, sound engineers, artists who paint, people who make craft out of clay, craft out of wood, craft out of straw, people who produce graphics in the world of the internet and are in value can be created right here and wealth can be distributed fairly and equitably across the whole nation. That is what the People's National Party's economic policy is about. Right now, we have a Prime Minister who is Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. But what we are seeing is economic stagnation. And the youth's future is in jeopardy. And we have to do something about it. That's why the PNP must come forward with our training programs, our education programs, our housing programs, our agriculture programs to make sure the economy is strong. Fully ginger, the best coffee, and of course so many other things, including the best ganja. Jamaica is known for that. And we reform to make the system better. And I say to them, the next PNP government is going to take the issue of constitutional reform seriously. We're going to establish a process which involves civil society in all its forms in the center of the process. And we will not just confine ourselves to the things that were agreed between the parties 30 years ago. We will look at things like fixed election dates. Because what is going on now with the uncertainty and how destabilizing it has been for business people, not to mention ordinary Jamaicans, an offense to the women of this country. We will look at a myriad of things when it comes to reform. Even the gag clause in the Integrity Commission Act, we are prepared to look at modifying that so it's a better balance between protecting reputations and ensuring transparency in public life. We are open to dialogue. We would like to see a better politics, a better system of governance, a more modern, uplifting form of running the country where everybody feels